friends, welcome back to the channel. I hope you, let me get together. I hope you are all doing well. I join you in comfy pajamas, which I love, although there's this weird neckline, to do my 2023 favorites. Now, I've tried to film this video like 3 times and every time it was a complete disaster, even doing a get ready with me. So I'm gonna try again and I'm just excited to show you my favorites. So we're just gonna get started immediately. And the first favorite is this e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. What I love about this primer is that it really does what it says. It really extends the wear of my makeup. And I mean with anything I put it on with, I notice, even like tinted moisturizers, I notice that they last well beyond what they would if they were just on their own or with another primer is the other thing for me. So I don't know why I'm putting it on my nose because y'all, as you'll see, I don't put foundation on my nose. And when I do, it's like very little and just whatever is left. I can't even see down here, guys. Oh my gosh. Okay, so that is my first favorite. And then my second favorite, which I think I have left and I'm gonna have to go get. I'm gonna let that sit for a minute and then we will come back and use the Smashbox color correcting stick, Look Less Tired Dark. I have been searching for a good color corrector and I love this one. The only thing that would make it better is if they had a liquid one as well. But I am so surprised I like this because as somebody with dry skin, I don't really like, this is what it looks like right here. I don't really like stick products. They're just very cakey, most of them on my skin, and they don't look good and they tend to age me. But this is really nice. It's very creamy, but it's not too creamy, but it's creamy enough that it's going to blend out really, really well and stay where you put it, which is important to me with the color corrector. So we will do a little color correcting and then we're gonna do some foundation. Okay, and then I forgot before I got started, which I never forget, is I want to put on some lip balm. Most days I put on just whatever my heavy duty mask is. And my favorite is the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask. This really is so good. It's so hydrating. It helps even if like my lips are extremely chapped, it helps to repair them as well. So that's why this is my favorite. And I use it like a regular lip balm in addition to using it at night. So I could not mention that. So it's pretty set. So we're gonna go in and color correct now. And I'm gonna grab another mirror, even though I have one in front of me, just so I can see better. And I like to blend my color corrector out with the warmth of my finger most of the time. But as you can see, I have some discoloration on my face, so that's why I like to use a color corrector. I don't use a color corrector every time when I get ready, but I noticed that this year I used it quite a bit, like more often than not. Even if I was just doing lighter makeup, especially if I was doing lighter makeup, like a tinted moisturizer or something, I would quickly do this step and forego other steps, and it really gave me that clean girl aesthetic, which is to me really just somebody who has really nice skin naturally, and I was not blessed with that, but I do everything I can to take care of my skin, but my skin is definitely a problem child. Okay, my friends, so I have gotten the color corrector blended in really well, and now we're gonna go with foundation. And I had a couple different ways that I could go with this. One foundation that I used a lot, and I'm trying to decide if I'm going to use this or this one. I either was going super light coverage or full coverage. There was just no, that's what I was doing. So, actually, I just lied. I have a couple different ways I could go with this. When I wanted light coverage, like light to medium, this is what I was using for the most part. Like 90% of the year, I used the Fenty Ease Drop blurring skin tint. This is like what I use. And then when I wasn't using that, if I wanted full coverage, I either use the Clinique Even Better Refresh Hydrating Foundation or the Juvias Place I Am Magic. Both of these are full coverage foundations that I think are great for those of us who have dry skin in particular, because they're actually a natural finish. This one is more of a natural finish. This is more of a natural radiant finish. This is true to its name. And then when I wanted something in between both of those, I went for the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation. This is absolutely phenomenal. I am somebody, I hate NARS foundations. None of them look good on me. But this one right here, this is one of the best foundations I have ever used, period, of all time. So now the question is, which one do I use? What's the vibe that I'm in the mood for? I think I'm in the mood for like coverage. Okay. What am I in the mood for today? It's a great question. Okay, I'm gonna put on the Clinique foundation. And what I'm gonna do actually is something that I've been doing a lot. I love the Saie Super Glowy Gel. This is like one of my favorite products. And I would normally use this a lot of times as a primer, but I also like to mix it into my complexion products. And it gives them a beautiful, even though this one is hydrating and it really doesn't need any help, I still just like the extra glow because I am very dry, guys. Like when I say dry, think dry as the Sahara, okay? And then you'll probably get close to me. And then I'm gonna use one of my favorite foundation brushes, which is a throwback. And I actually got this new one for Christmas. This is the Real Techniques buffing brush. Real Techniques, you need to sell this separately. Why Real Techniques does not sell this separate? They sell the other foundation brush separate, and I don't think it's nearly as good as this one. Let me know if you're also in that, because I feel like that is an unpopular opinion. But the Real Techniques foundation brush, the other one, I think it's actually better as a concealer brush. But this one, because it always leaves streaks all over my face. This one, I mean, seamless blending. Okay, gotta put the glasses back on and check it out, y'all. Yeah. And it sheared my coverage out just a little bit, so I'm gonna go in with just a little bit more. I don't do too much, but. And that's the other thing I like about this foundation, is I can even build this up. And to be able to build up a foundation for me with dry skin is like next level. Let me get this mirror, y'all, so I can see what I'm doing. And then whatever's left, I just dust over my nose. I don't put a lot of foundation on my nose because I don't care what foundation it is. It does not look good. Most of the times I just let my freckles show all over my nose. Yeah. And then I still have an even more hydrated finish. That's gonna stay down there for the day, because if I reach for it, I'm liable to knock everything down that I got going on in front of me. So that was foundation. And then for concealer, I really enjoyed concealer this year. It is my favorite category of makeup. One of my favorite categories of makeup. If you've been watching my channel, you know that. But the concealer that I use the absolute most, it had to be the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. This, again, is really great for those of us with dry skin who want some additional coverage. I use this by itself. I use this with the light coverage, full coverage, with every coverage. And it maintains a radiant look on the skin that's just absolutely beautiful. I'm trying to see where else I want even more coverage. There we go. And I have some stubborn dark spots down here who you know. There we go. Trying to look and see if my dark spots are showing. There we go. And you see how, and that's the other thing. Like, I, for the most part, was looking for products that were just easy to apply, but still looked really good on my dry skin. And this did that. But the other thing I will say about it is it blends in like a dream. Like, this blends into the skin and looks so skin-like. Like, it blends in no problem. Like, you're not going to have any issues here with this blending. Okay, my friends, so now we're going to set our face. These are my top 2 powders of the year. The first one is the Kosas Cloud Set Powder. I have it in the shade Pillowy. And yesterday when I was filming y'all, the little thing on it broke. So it closes, but it's not secure. So, but this is that powder right here. And what I love about the Kosas powder is that this is so light and undetectable. And it deposits such a small amount to the skin, but somehow it's like just enough. And this powder is beautiful. Now, if you apply too much, this will take you to a matter place. So the thing that I will be on the hunt for in the new year is a powder that reminds me of the Kosas powder, but still maintains more of a radiant or natural finish. This is natural, but I'm just saying, like, if you build it up too much, it'll come off as more of like a soft matte, which I think is why so many people love this powder. But it's really beautiful. And for me to love it with my dry skin, it's just out of this world. And then the powder I'm going to use to set under my eye is the Hourglass Veil Powder. I'm using this one to set under my eye just so I can show them both to you. I use them both for under my eye and setting my face equally. I love them so much. I'm telling you, I'm going to be the first person when Hourglass comes out with a pressed version of this powder. Like, oh my God, that's going to set it off. When they come out with a, and you know, like, I just love this powder so much. Like, I remember I have been purchasing this powder and purchasing the little one. And I finally got the big one. And this is a product that is for sure worth my money. I talked about this in 10 beauty products I will always repurchase. This was the only makeup item I included in that because I'm going to do a separate makeup video. But it's good, y'all. It really is so good, especially if you have dry skin. Sometimes I hear people who have normal skin or even oily skin, and they're like, I don't understand what the hype is about. It's not really that special of a powder. I can get 10 other powders to do it. But people with dry skin are like, no, I can't get 10 other powders to do what this powder does. Okay. Was I on my soapbox about that for long enough? Let's move on. So we're going to go ahead and do our brows now. If I can find my brush to do my brows, we'll do our brows. Eesh. Is it not in here? Oh, here it goes. Okay. And this year, I either was using quick powder and wax in my brows, or I was just using my tried and true LA Girl Shady Slim brow pencil. I feel like this needs to be like a lifetime achievement, always a favorite type of product, because it just is. Let me relax my face. Okay, I gotta get serious with the brows, y'all, because I'm so particular about my brows and they almost never come out how I want them. So we're not gonna talk during this part. Okay, I'm gonna quit while I'm ahead. Let me see how they look. The other thing is I really need to get them threaded. So yeah, we're gonna leave them here. I really need to get them threaded real bad. So that is on the agenda for the new year, to get my eyebrows threaded. Because I am somebody now, something that I was blessed with is very full brows. So, you know, if I didn't want to fill in my eyebrows, I don't have to. But I have a couple little sparse areas and I just like to even them out a little bit. And also just I just like doing my brows. But I was someone who was blessed with very full brows. Like, they used to be like so full, almost unibrow when I was growing up. So, and I wasn't a fan of that. I really wasn't. And even now, sometimes, like when I get my eyebrows threaded, I'm very particular to make sure that my lady goes up in here and gets this together, because it doesn't get like super thick, but it's noticeable hair there. So I'm like, girl, take care of that. Take care of that. Okay, so next up, what are we gonna do next? We're going to do eyes. And I'm gonna do a very simple eye look, y'all, because when I think about this past year, that is really what I did for the most part, is very simple eyes. Now, when I had the time and the energy, because this was not the best health year for me, then I played. But more often than not, I wanted eyeshadow on, so I found ways to do eyeshadow that was quick and easy and to the point. And I do have a couple things to talk about to that end. So let's discuss them, and then we'll figure out which one we want to use. So the main thing that I want to talk about is this Ulta Everyday Eyes Face Palette. This palette is so amazing. I feel like I've talked about it before on the channel. I feel like this palette could work for almost anybody. Look at this color scheme and tell me who couldn't pick this up and get use out of this. Like, I don't know who couldn't. I think almost most people would get use out of this and probably end up really, really loving it. And the formula is great on these eyeshadows. They blend really well. The mattes blend really well. The shimmers, they're not any kind of weird formula. They blend well. They're great with the finger. They're great with a brush. They just blend really well. When I wasn't using that, I was using this LA Colors little trio right here in Tumbleweed. This is another one that I think most people could pick up and really enjoy and could give a really quick finish look and be so beautiful. This might be what I use today. Something that snuck in toward the end of the year, y'all, I have to mention this. So this is a MAC eyeshadow. First of all, I've never owned a MAC eyeshadow, okay? And then this is in the shade Woodwink. I remember watching YouTube way back in the day, and everybody had MAC eyeshadows. And I remember in particular, Meg from You Love Megs did a look with this, and I was floored. I was like, that is beautiful. I need it. Never picked it up, even when I got into makeup. But this shade right here, you can see a kind of similarity in some of my tones. I was really about this kind of tone, and it's just absolutely beautiful, y'all. And then finally, when I wasn't using any of those, if I was using eyeshadow, it was the LA Colors. LA Colors was a big deal for me this year, in brown. Now, you need to be somebody who likes the brown golden tones on your eye for this to make sense, but if you do, it is so beautiful. So yeah, so let's do a quick eye look. I mean, when I say quick, I mean quick. And we're gonna take this dirty little brush right here, y'all. I need to clean my brushes. Don't judge me. And I'm gonna take the shade right here in the middle, and we're gonna use that as a crease and a transition shade all in one. We're just gonna put that on the eye, very sloppy like. I'm not gonna hold. It'll be very sloppy like, but that's fine. Yep. Because this is really what I was doing. Real sloppy like. And then I'm gonna blow it out. Bam. And we'll do the other side. And the other thing that I like about this little trio is that it's just effortless. It's so effortless. These shades blend so well. I think if you get one of these, you'll be really surprised. Does anybody remember when these had the flower imprint in them? I used to have them years ago when they had the flower imprint in them. Does anybody else remember that? Also, oh my gosh, I didn't even say Happy New Year. I'm filming this video on New Year's Day. And I have some stuff I need to do. I wasn't feeling the best yesterday. So today I'm going to like do laundry. I did tidy up a bit yesterday, but I'm going to do laundry, get clothes out for the week, that kind of thing. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take the brush that this comes with. These little sponge tip applicators, ain't nothing wrong with them. And I'm going to take the first shade in here, right here. and put this on most of the eye, but I'm gonna leave a little space at the front to put that other shade. Y'all probably can't see what I'm doing. I'm sorry if I get nervous when I film Get Ready With Me videos. I don't know why. They're some of my favorite videos to film. And actually one of my goals for this year is to film more like application kind of videos. Oh, I've said it out loud now. And I just want to build it up a little bit because I really want that color to show. Let me get in there, y'all, and see how it looks. Looks good to me. You could intensify this a little bit, which I think I'm gonna do by just taking okay. And now we're gonna take the third shade in there. And I'm gonna just pop it in my inner corner. Perfect. And it is a soft eye look. It's soft, but it's really pretty. And, you know, I could do more, but that is truly what I was doing this past year. So, yeah. Now, the next thing that we're going to do is I am going to put on blush, and then we're going to spray this face down. And I have two blushes to mention. I was all about these this past year. Number one is Patrick Ta blushes. I tried them this year. I fell in love with them this year. I also got my hands on, I will forever be grateful, this palette right here. It's the Patrick Ta Major Dimensions blush palette. And it has She's a Doll, She's Vibrant, and She's Baked in it. And I absolutely love this. I use this constantly. And the shade that I use so much that I actually have it in a single is She's Baked. So I think that's what we're gonna put on today. And She's Baked is seriously one of my favorite blushes of all time. She's beautiful. I'm gonna take a little bit more of a fluffier brush and just blend that out a little bit more. Okay. And then if I wasn't using that, guys, I was for sure using the Essence Pure Nude Baked Blush in Berry Cheeks. This blush is so beautiful. Can you see that like natural glow it has to it? But there's no shimmer, no glitter, anything like that. I don't have patience for blushes like that. So you will never find that on my channel just because I have texture skin, I have acne prone skin. And so those kind of blushes just don't do me any favors, even though I think they're super beautiful. So those were my blush picks. And I'm gonna double back real quick because I forgot to put on brow gel. And my favorite of the year was the NYX Control Freak. This is another product that's like, this has just proven itself, tried and true. I have used this for more years than I can even count. This tube is almost empty. And it's just proven itself. It's proven itself to me. MVP. And now we're going to put on bronzer. This year, I got into cream bronzer and I had a ball, okay? And my number one favorite is the LYS No Limits cream bronzer. This is so good, y'all. What I love about this is that it's the right consistency, okay? So let me try to pull my scarf up a little bit. I'm trying to set my edges, so you feel me? But like, look at the glide. Bam. Bam. Ooh, ooh. There we go. Look at me trying to get too fancy. And look what happens. And then I'm going to do a little bit right here. And I just do a little. This blends out like nobody's business. And I can blend this with a sponge. I can blend it with a brush. It doesn't matter what I blend it with. It's going to blend so good and so quick. Look at that. I could stop there, but I just want to make sure. Bam. Okay. Love it so much. It blends so well. It's so beautiful. And it's just, it's my favorite. It's got me tongue-tied. And then for highlighter, I was using one of the two. Now this one, excuse me, you can't get anymore. This is from Becca. I will forever be sad that Becca went out of business. My favorite highlighter of all time, and I've talked about it on the channel a lot. So all I'm gonna say is I was using Champagne Pop. Now, Champagne Pop isn't necessarily like by itself a favorite. It's just the liquid formula. And I have some of these little sizes left that I'm gonna go ahead and use up because I don't want them to go bad on me. And to be honest with you, every time I used them, I was so happy and so grateful, but I was also super sad because I was like, this isn't something I can get anymore. And it is really worth its weight in gold. Look at that, look. Do you see? Do you see? Y'all, did I forget to put concealer under my eyes? No, I put concealer under my eyes, right? I put concealer under my eyes, okay. And when I wasn't using that, I was using this. I am a liquid highlighter girl, and I know I'm in a minority on that because most people do not like liquid highlighters. But I love liquid highlighters. I find them to be so skin-like and just really, you'll notice a trend with things that I like, but they just melt into the skin so well. If it's a good formula, it should melt into the skin really well. And it actually should be very, very easy to blend. And I'm of the mind actually that a liquid highlighter is probably more forgiving than a powder highlighter. And so I think it's actually a really good beginner friendly option. So I think I have all my powder steps on. Let me just look. Yeah, so now we're gonna go in with the setting spray, okay? And my favorite setting spray was the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Filter Setting Spray. Guys, this is a product you can believe the hype on. It is really good. Now, who do I think this isn't for? If you have very normal skin and you can get by with most setting sprays and you're looking for something to just kind of melt the powder, you know, into your face, I don't think you have to go here. This is beautiful and you should experience it, but I don't think you have to go here. But if you have dry skin and you want something that's going to bring radiance to your face and give you that natural look without making you look too greasy, you know, greasy hot dog-ish or anything like that, but somehow it's also going to help extend the wear of your makeup, this is where you need to be right here. This does everything that it says it's going to do. And just like when I filmed this video last time, I forgot my fan. So we're just gonna vigorously do this. Okay. Okay, and I'm trying to see. So now I need to do, I'm thrown off by filming me getting ready, y'all. Even though I have filmed so many get ready with me's that y'all have just never seen because I get picky about them, I get nervous, and then they don't go up. And I'm gonna work on that. The next thing that I wanna mention, okay, I am mentioning this product because I had a sample of this. This is the Lancome primer, okay? I am not, what you should know is I am not a high-end mascara girl. I haven't tried one for real that made me go, wow, need this. And this product made me go, wow, need this. And I paid full price for this expensive ass primer. And I love it so much. I used the sample until there was nothing left. And I remember when I first used this, looking at my very sparse lashes. My lashes are very curly and they're very, very short. And so most of the time you can't even see my lashes. The one thing I will say is that you do need to be a little bit careful with this, because the sample size that I had did a better job of cleaning off the tube. A lot of primer comes off on this tube, so go very light-handed on that. That actually is almost the thing that made me return it, because I was like, the sample wasn't like that. But outside of that, it's really so good. And then the two mascaras that I love this year, I love the CoverGirl Exhibitionist Stretch and Strengthen mascara. Both of the mascaras I'm mentioning have a natural brush, which really is my preference. I am not a CoverGirl mascara girl. This is the first CoverGirl mascara I've loved, and I know that I will repurchase. And when I wasn't using that, because this came in toward the end of the year, this is always a favorite, and it's the Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect. This is my favorite one out of all of them that I've tried, because it just really gives me a lot of length and a lot of volume at the same time, and it's really beautiful. So I'm gonna start by putting this on my lower lashes. I feel like I'm performing surgery when I'm putting on my mascara. I'm like, let's be particular. Let's not get it on the lid. Does anybody else feel like that? I'm like, it's getting intense. Also, you guys, let me know if you have a good lash serum recommendation. I really want to use a good lash serum on my lashes, because like I said, I just want them to be a little bit longer, and I believe in them. I know they can do it, because it really looks like I have no lashes most of the time without mascara. And I'm going to show you my favorite lashes. I don't think I'm in a mood for lashes. I had lashes on last night for New Year's Eve, but I don't think I'm in a mood today, especially because I don't know, I just don't think I'm in a mood today. Give my lashes a break. Okay, so there's that. Now, if I come back on this camera and I have lashes on, listen, don't say nothing about it. That means I changed my mind. So here are the lashes that I want to mention. So the first ones, these snuck in at the end of the year. I don't even have any more. These are the Kiss Impress Falsy Press On lashes. These are so good. I was so shocked. My best friend actually told me about these, and she was like, I love them so much. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna try them. And then in my Walmart beauty box, I got this, and so I was like, oh yeah, okay. And I had no faith in these, none at all, but they stuck on so well. They lasted all day. They were absolutely beautiful, and they were so quick. And as somebody who struggles to put on lashes, this was awesome. I just love them so much. I couldn't believe the good luck that I had with them. They were great, and I got more than one use out of this little pack. So I definitely will pick up the big pack. I will say, when I went to the store, the big pack was $20, and that hurt a bit. I was like, oh, come on. But I will pick them up. So absolutely love them. And then my favorite, this was really my favorite lash all year long. This is the half lash that I found on Amazon. This is the brand right here. I will link this. And I have the natural, I will link them, but this is the brand right here. But these were my favorite lashes, and guys, I could get these on. That's the other thing about them. They were pretty easy to work with and get on, and that is saying something, because I really struggle to get lashes on. I also realized how much I just love a half lash. I have pretty small eyes, so most full lashes overpower my eyes, but a half lash I can do, and it can be real good. It can be real good. So the final thing, I think this is the final thing at least, is my lip product. So this year, it was not a big lip product year for me. I'm actually kind of sad to say that, because I love lip products, but it was not a big lip product year for me. So I'm not going to mention a lot. I was doing one of two things. Unless, or otherwise I was wearing a lip oil. I was either wearing this NARS soft matte tinted lip balm in the shade Unrestricted with a brown lip liner. I was wearing this right here with a brown lip liner. Or I was wearing the Revlon Bare It All lipstick with a brown lip liner. Like, that's what I was doing. So we're gonna go ahead, and my favorite liners are the NYX Stay On Slide On Glide liners. I heard that these have been discontinued and they've come out with a new formulation. Hold on. And I'm pissed with NYX. And I think, which one am I gonna put on? I think I'm just gonna put this one on, the nude lip. Hold on, there's a lot of brown on there. Okay. And I love my Cupid's bow, so I actually like to make sure that I don't cover it up. And that is that. Now I'm gonna go ahead and take the scarf off, all of that, and you can just get the full effect. But I think that's everything that I wanted to mention. I'll do it once over and we'll see if there was anything else that I wanted. Ooh, almost knocked everything down, y'all. I'll be right back. Okay, my friends, my makeup, to me, it looks a little bit darker on camera, but I swear, let me see, is that better? I turned on my little light down here, but I'm like, should I leave well enough alone? I probably should, but I'm just gonna brighten up this zone a little bit more. And I'm just using the Maybelline Age Rewind. This is always a favorite. I'm using the brightener shade because my glasses already cast a natural shadow. So I like to make sure my under eye is just a little brightened, blended but brightened. Let's check that out. Yep. Okay. So this is the face right here. And then we're going to put on our earrings. I am firmly in my hoop era. I'm always in my hoop era though. And then we will take off the scarf. Our edges should be set. Woo! Should be set. They played me today, I'm not gonna hold. Okay. My poof in the back is doing what it needs to do for the most part. Okay. And that is the look. And yes, I just did a full face of makeup to go around the house and do some cleaning and stuff. It is what it is. I hope you enjoyed. I really enjoyed doing this. I hope this Get Ready With Me came out good. Thank you so much for joining me for a little while and doing my favorites with me together. Really appreciated it. I'm starting to get nervous. Y'all, I have been doing YouTube for 8 years and I still get nervous when I film. But anyway, I will see you in another video very soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.